work on understanding angle relationships in this video. Our example, suppose two lines are not parallel. Can their corresponding angles still be congruent? So if you look at the picture, we're told that lines M and T are not parallel. So whether or not lines are parallel, you still have those angle pairs, the relationships. So here's a transversal cutting through two lines that are not parallel. We know that this angle is 120 degrees, and so is it possible for its corresponding angle, which is up here, to be 120 degrees? So what we do to kind of explore this idea is we go ahead and draw in a line that is parallel to line M. I'm going to have it go right through this intersection where S and T intersect, and we're going to draw in, well, apparently I'm making it dotted, just to show a different line, a parallel line. So I'll go ahead and give it, the extra arrows to show that my new line is parallel to M. All right, what that did is I'm going to break this angle up. I'm just going to go ahead and label. We have angle 1 and angle 2 right there. We learned in our last lesson that if parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles will be congruent. So because I just created a parallel line to line M, I know that the corresponding angle to 120, so here's 120 degrees, will be congruent to its corresponding angle up here, which is angle 1. Now, the question we're being asked is, if two lines are not parallel, can their corresponding angles still be congruent? Well, we know that the angle in question, the one in red, is angle 1 plus angle 2. And can that be equal to the corresponding angle of 120 degrees below? Well, since we created a parallel line, now we know that angle 1 is 120 degrees plus whatever the measure of angle 2 is. Are we still able to get that to equal 120 degrees? And we can see that, no, if you have 120 and you add on another angle, it's actually going to be greater than 120. Remember with our line T, the corresponding angles was this red one. That red was corresponding to the 120. Is it possible for those to be congruent? And what we did, just to recap, we drew in a parallel line, and we know that if this is 120, angle 1 would be 120, and we can see that line T is forming a larger angle than that. The corresponding angles are not congruent. So to recap, if two lines are not parallel, then the corresponding angles are not congruent.